Ready?
Go. No idea what that was.
That was Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. What's the song called?
Not Dark Yet.
That's
Off of Time Out of Mind. What?
That's why I don't know that one.
Ah, yes. It's so good. Off the album Time Out of Mind from 1995's Time Out of Mind. It's not dark yet. It's not dark yet.
I'll slap you with a drug test.
By Bob Dylan.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great Measures.
Getting back to Tool today. Revisiting their 2002 album Lateralis.
Not the former Alice.
Or the Fatter Alice.
Lateralis.
The song is called Schism. Really cool bass line in this song. Subject matter. This is a quote from Maynard James Keenan talking about the songs on this album for the most part. They're about relationships, learning how to integrate communication back into a relationship. How are we as lovers, as artists, as brothers? How are we going to reconstruct this beautiful temple that we've built that's tumbled down? It's all universal relationship stuff. There's a trade. The bass line is cool. It's a hook. It's awesome. Regarding that, the bassist Justin Chancellor says the twiddly schism riff came from fooling around. I just play as much as possible and I don't write stuff down. So when I get a good idea, I play it until I can't forget it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. And
yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. You ready?
Proceed, Richard.
Let's hear it.
Indeed. Can you play this song on guitar?
I can play it on bass and guitar.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can. Why?
Is it a one-string deal?
2. That riff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 strings.
So you play on the D, you go D. And then
10th fret, 12th fret.
on the D string.
Yes.
So, but I mean that's on the D string. Maybe that last
The
note,
last note
that's on the
is
G
on the E.
string.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
The hammer part is the D
on
string.
the G string, and then the D is the or D is on the G string.
Correct.
Doesn't seem that difficult to play,
The
right?
timing of it, because he's bass wise, he's not just doing the hammer in that last note. He's keeping a rhythm with the open string in there too.
Sure. Yeah, but and I'm not saying that I'm not taking anything away from it.
It's just a cool riff.
Yeah, cool. And
So
to be able to do anything like that on a stringed instrument up at the top and still be able to play the open, I mean, you know, I can name a lot of songs that do that kind of, hammering off up on the top and just traveling up and down. Bach did that a lot, and his cello suites, but they built the whole song around that, around that riff. And what a percussive riff, you know?
Yes.
You know, even the guitar. And I have to say this because I don't think we've gotten it in. I think we've had videos mess up before or something.
Okay.
I think Tool should do a meditative
Oh yeah, you did say that.
record. Like, so bands do, listen up, Tool. Do an album where so that song had it where they have this and the guitar's just playing and it's airy and just like, or just take parts of your Tool, your songs that are quiet sections and just like fade them into one another and let them be like a whole meditation of Tool, you know what I mean? You know, or just do a meditation album, Tool. All right, now that we've gotten, please. That'd be so cool, wouldn't it?
It would be. It would.
If they
be
were
very
just
cool.
doing their little their spacey sections. I mean, there's no real
Like a new age Tool album.
a new age Tool meditation album.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much of Danny in there. I mean, there may be, you could do some stuff maybe, but it wouldn't begin with him.
Sure.
You know.
Going full octopus mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tool. Get on it, dog. However, the subject matter. So what I heard in that reading was the word communication.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like what he was saying was, what I heard was the schism, things falling to pieces, right? So I see how the pieces fit or where they fit.
He knows the pieces fit because he watched them tumble
Yeah.
down.
So things that are in pieces in our lives, we shouldn't view as being such a terrible thing. So at least I, in my life's journey, am trying not to see things in terms of good and bad anyway.
Sure.
Although it's a fun exercise, you know, you can't know, the light cannot exist without the dark. The two sides of the same coin.
Mm-hmm.
So, for there to be pieces, there has to be a whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have to fit. So at least I'm hearing a positive message in the song that
Sure.
a schism is a good thing, because without something falling apart, you can't put them back. You can't put the pieces back together, which is the triumph, which are the little victories of life, right? So, but I heard communication being what it sounds, because that ended the chorus or whatever. Tool doesn't do a whole lot of verse chorus in my mind.
Not really, no.
It's just like he does long periods of verse that sometimes he duplicates and sometimes that he modifies.
I mean, they do it, but they don't.
Not in
They
a
don't do it
conventional
in the
way.
standard, traditional way of doing
And
it.
maybe they do sometimes, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he ends that particular section with communication, as if that's the cure to getting the brothers back,
Yeah.
or getting the family back, or the loves back.
Or communication is the preventative measure of keeping it from tumbling down in the first place.
Well,
That's how I see it.
yeah. I like that. So if there is communication always, you're still aware that there are pieces, but they don't necessarily go too far from each other outside of being the whole.
Yeah.
There's still a whole when the puzzle pieces are not together and they're all turned over and whatever.
Yeah.
And you don't know what they are. That's your own fault. You should get your own life together if it's gotten to be like that.
Sure.
But I like that. So you think communication just keeps them all together anyway?
I do.
Well, I think
I say this as somebody who is a terrible communicator. Kasha will tell you, like, if she's going to watch this video and she's going to be like, yep, he's terrible at communication.
Well, I mean, there's different kinds of communication. It's whether it's speaking or how you act or you know what I mean, the presence.
All of the above I'm terrible at.
Really?
All of them.
I haven't noticed that really. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
it might be a boy girl. It might just be a
Yeah,
relationship
maybe,
thing.
I don't know. I'm terrible.
for
I'm
me.
aware that I'm terrible.
Because she tells you all the time.
I mean, I know it before she even has to tell me.
I don't think you're so bad. I think sometimes maybe it's. I think everybody on some level has. So I try to express myself all the time in different ways, words, actions, music, whatever. But I overdo it. So it's like I have trouble communicating. If I knew how to communicate myself, then I would only use one medium in order to do it, and I would deliver it once. You see? Maybe you're just more.
I don't know. This is not a dissection of my relationship.
It is too.
No, it's not.
Maybe you're just more discerning in how you choose to communicate, and because she and I are more a lot alike, and like let's say this in 100 different ways, you know.
No.
Hold on, we're getting to it. But the fact that she tells you this, there's a schism in y'all's communication. You understand?
Yeah, I'm well aware. I'm well aware.
So what I'm trying to get at is I think the schism is a positive thing. It's a point of awareness. It's a point of realization.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Well, communicate that to me, Richard.
I know the pieces fit. No, I mean, I don't know how else I could have said it. Like, I see the song and the schism itself as a positive thing because he's saying, like, I know the pieces fit because...
Right, it's just an uncomfortable
But the
thing.
emphasis on communication, I think, this is just my perspective and how I view the song, how I interpret the song. But the fact that he puts so much emphasis, especially at the end of those lines about communication is what holds the whole thing together.
But it's also the thing that can cause the schism.
The lack of communication or a
misunderstanding.
Miscommunication or broken communication.
Right, so there's still the effort of communication.
Sure, yeah.
But I think that's a good thing too, because then you find out nobody really knows what the other person's really saying ever. Mm-hmm. Not really. Mm-hmm. We can be on the same page, but we ain't on the same line.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's, like I said, abolishing the idea of good and bad. A schism is just an exercise in understanding and awareness and realization.
All right.
Do we need to call you? Do we need to call my sister right now?
I'm fixing to go get a therapy session scheduled right now.
I thought that's what just happened.
The
Thanks,
day
Tool.
that I lean
See,
on
we
you
need-
as my therapist
if
is
we
the
had-
day that I go ahead and end it all.
If we had Tool
I'll give up on
meditative
life.
music playing throughout this whole thing, we could have gotten somewhere. But instead, we're both still broken.
Can we get out of here?
Sure.
Thanks for watching,
One more
everybody.
thing.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm kidding.
That was Schism by Tool from 2002's Lateralis. We are Great Measures.
Great
My name
Measures.
is Richard. This is my therapist, Judson. Mm-hmm. Have a wonderful day, everybody.